Mobile shooters, one of the most favorite genres on mobile devices. You guys are always looking for what the best ones are to play at this point in time. So today I decided to share with you, well, just that, 10 of them that are worth your time, whether they're brand new or whether they've been around for a while and still are on the top of the chart. So the question is, what are the best? Let me show you. The first one on the list hasn't changed and probably won't for a long time, and that is Call of Duty Mobile. I've loved this game since it was back on console years and years ago, and it presents itself very well as a mobile rendition, allowing us to play many old school types of games as well as new battle royale or even zombie mode on mobile, which is actually quite fun. The versatility of gameplay within this game is actually what makes it one of the best in my opinion. It allows you to do multiple different types of game mode. It doesn't specifically do only one mode, like battle royale or just team deathmatch. You could do a ton of things, interact with a bunch of friends while you play as well. It is literally a perfect mobile game. I think everyone should be playing this one if they like shooters. Warcraft Rumble just got better, and I want to thank Warcraft Rumble for sponsoring today's video. We just had 2 new leaders drop inside of the game. One of them is Onu. I absolutely love this leader because wherever he goes, you can drop your minis right on top of him as long as you can keep him alive. So much fun, and you can build up the biggest pushes inside of the game utilizing him. The second leader is Cenarius, who's an amazing healer, healing up the push that you build. Another big push builder that makes Warcraft Rumble an entirely new experience with a bunch of new minis to support, including Moonkin, Ancient of War, which I absolutely love, the Fairy Dragon, who we've had around for a while, but now actually has a family, the Bog Beast, and of course the Earth and Moon spell. So don't wait any longer, guys. Use my download link in the description, download Warcraft Rumble, play alongside of me, and experience all of the new things that have come to the game that made the game even better. Thanks again, Warcraft Rumble, for sponsoring today's video. Farlight 84 is another one that I've liked for a long time. I actually quite like it. Plus, it's cross-platform, so you could play both on mobile and on Steam. I love that element, and I think that more mobile games should be going in that direction, giving us the ability to play on any platform that we want. Why be confined to mobile? Here, it's a very futuristic style gameplay mechanic and some really fun battle royale style integrations and interactions that you're going to have while you're on the battlefield. You could play with some really cool futuristic weapons, and you could even ride around in some really awesome vehicles for those of you that like vehicular combat. This game is not as popular as it should be, in my opinion. It is not on the top of the charts, but I think that it deserves to be. I think it looks great, graphics are on point, cross-platform, fun gameplay. There's just a lot of shooters for it to compete with, so let's look at some of the others. And of course, it's no surprise that PUBG Mobile is also on today's list. PUBG Mobile essentially made battle royale shooters a big thing, a big deal on mobile, and it did it years and years ago. Still strong to this day with big esports tournaments, great gameplay, and updates consistently inside of the game. This is probably one of the leading shooters on mobile. And over time, there have been more and more game modes coming to the game, but it really does perch itself on top of the mountain with its battle royale mode. There's nothing negative I could say about PUBG Mobile. You could even play PUBG on Steam if you want to, which is not cross-platform, but it is a playable title. It's also very different than this one, but PUBG Mobile couldn't go ignored. It's an amazing shooter. And then we come in with Bloodstrike, which is one of the newest battle royale style games on mobile. It does things a little bit differently than from the other titles that we talked about here today, but it essentially is a very similar game. It really does pride itself on its realism that you see right here. I always recommend Bloodstrike to people that are maybe looking for something that's off the beaten path, not the most trendy of games, but still quite a good gameplay experience. Only positive things come out of people that play this game, and I really do recommend you try it if you love Battle Royale. And then of course you have arena-style shooters, and I think that T3 Arena does this genre really well. It's very much like an Overwatch-style game where you could play as many different characters, all with different abilities and skills that play well together. But this one is very teamwork focused as well. With 3v3 game modes, it's essential that you work together strongly with your team to meet the objectives so you could be successful and victorious inside of the game. It's very different than Battle Royale. In my opinion, it's probably the best arena shooter out on mobile right now. Now, Rainbow Six Mobile is also coming very soon. We should be seeing this one in just a few months. And because of the anticipation, me really believing that this is going to be a great title, I had to put it on today's list. This is an extraction style shooter, a teamwork style shooter with objectives along the way. It's been heavy in esports over the years on PC and on console, and I could foresee the same thing happening here inside of the mobile rendition of the game. The graphics look incredible, gameplay I can't wait to get my hands on, and it's one that you should definitely put a little recommendation on so the day that it's available, you can download it and start playing, because I think we have something really good with this title. Now, another arena style shooter I want to share with you guys is one that's actually pretty old, and it's called Frag Pro Shooter. As you can see, the graphics aren't anything crazy, they're not anything special, it actually looks really cartoony. But the gameplay mechanic here is different than any other game in the App Store, and actually it's quite addicting, and it had me hooked for 6 months playing this game. As you can see, many different types of characters with all different styles of attacks, all within the arena. The best thing about the mechanic here though is you could switch between any of the characters that you have in the arena at one time. That's right, it's a 1v1, but your one has 4 or 5 playable characters that you could swap between. If you want to move up with a run and gun SMG runner, you can go and do that, or if you want to sit back with a sniper rifle, you could swap back and forth at any point in time during your matches. It's actually quite fun and worth you trying out if you like arena shooters. Now, Shadowgun Legends also brings you into the arena, but in a very different way. Here you're fighting a bunch of aliens, and it is really an amazing game. It's also a really old one. It's got to be out for like 7 or 8 years right now, but the graphics are still great. The HUD that you have and the whole hub that you're within, allowing you to build out your character, is really quite fun. And the gear is really cool, allowing you to be customized with the build that you put together. Whether you're looking for some PvP, co-op style gameplay, or even just doing some missions, this is a really great game, really fun to play, and one that has stood the test of time quite well. Now, Arena Breakout is a title that prides itself on its realism and an ability to actually feel like you're within the action. To me, it looks a lot like PUBG Mobile, maybe a little bit more enhanced in the graphics, a little bit more realistic looking, but still another really good shooter with the Battle Royale style. It's cool that you can get inside of the vehicles as well, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm personally not. I want to be sitting in the bushes and taking people out while I hide. But hey, really good game here too if you want to try it. And then we have PUBG New State Mobile. A lot of people thought that this was going to come and take over PUBG, smashing it into the ground. It didn't do that. And actually, this game is not as popular as PUBG Mobile, not even close. I think the graphics are better, but the gameplay seems to just not be good enough for people to leave PUBG to come play New State. And that's a funny thing about mobile games, to be honest with you. If you've invested years and years in progress and even sometimes money into a game, are you really going to leave that game for a newer rendition of it, or will you continue to play the older one? It seems that people are sticking with their investments because this PUBG New State Battle Royale rendition just isn't as popular, although it's still a very good game. We're seeing the same thing with Warzone Mobile, with regular Call of Duty Mobile maintaining that throne. Still a good game though if you've never played the other one. And also we have Star Wars Hunters. Now, yes, this is more of an arena MOBA style game, but it definitely does have shooter elements to it. And it's a game that's very popular right now, recently released, so I really wanted to share it with you guys. As you can see, you're in the arena, you're definitely doing the shooting, but sometimes you got a sword too. Either way, if you like Star Wars and you like arena battling, this could be a game that you really do enjoy. I didn't want to slip through the cracks without you guys getting a look at it. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on tomorrow's.